What's the smartest payback you pulled without getting caught? Growing up, my brother and I had a very unique punishment system at home. Whenever we misbehaved, our mom never hit us or grounded us like most parents, but instead she loaned us out. Sometimes we had to wash the neighbors' cars, clean their houses, or ran errands, basically acting like free labor until she decided we had learned our lesson. And at first it seemed fair because we got into trouble and we worked to fix them, and it was simple. But after a while, we started noticing something strange. There was one neighbor who owned 2 cars, and somehow every time he needed work done, he got us in trouble with mom for the smallest things. One time, I got sent to wash his black car while my brother washed the silver one just because he claimed we looked at him funny when he walked past. Another time we were forced to clean his front yard because he said we laughed too loud while playing outside, but it didn't take long to realize what was happening. And if he had an appointment the next day, he would set traps for us. He would find any excuse, no matter how small, to get us in trouble so that we would be forced to wake up early and wash his cars before school. We even caught him smiling once when mom scolded us. At first we tried to avoid him and we stayed inside, kept quiet, and even tried not to breathe too loud, but it didn't matter. He always found something. One afternoon we were playing ball outside with our friends when he called us over and asked us to go to the market because his wife was at their shop, and we explained nicely that mom told us to stay home for a visitor, but we'd go after they came. But as soon as mom came home, he rushed over like he was delivering an emergency and told her we had refused to help him because we were too busy playing ball with street boys. We barely got to speak before mom started hitting us, and every time we tried to explain, another slap stopped us, and we ended up washing both his cars and cleaning his house that evening, with tears on our faces. But that night, we decided enough was enough, and it was time to fight back. 2 days later, he brought a woman to his house, just like he often did when his wife was working. But this time, my brother and I had a plan. We took the last money we had and bought 2 ice creams from the corner shop and walked to his wife's store, eating ice cream with big smiles. We greeted her sweetly and sat down, pretending like we just dropped by to say hello, and she laughed and asked how our mom was doing, and we answered politely. Then, with the biggest, most innocent smile, I told her how much we liked her sister and mentioned how kind she was to us whenever she visited their house, and said we always got ice cream on those days because her husband liked to treat us whenever the nice auntie came over. At first she laughed, thinking we were being silly, but when she asked us to describe the auntie, and we casually told her she was currently in their house with her husband, her whole face changed. She didn't even wait to hear the rest and dropped everything, left her store wide open, and jumped onto the first taxi she could find. And by the time my brother and I made it home, we found her kicking his things out onto the street, like bags, shoes, and belts all flying through the air. Neighbors gathered quickly and he tried to explain, but she was not having it. She even shouted loud enough for the whole street to hear that the cars he made us wash didn't even belong to him. They were hers. Turns out he had no job or money or even shame. And when she saw us standing there, she called us over and made us help her throw the rest of his stuff out of the house. We carried his bags, tossed his clothes, and didn't stop until every last sock hit the dirt. And when mom came back that evening, we acted like it was just another normal day and told her about the neighbor getting kicked out without saying we helped make it happen. And even though mom didn't stop sending us to do chores for other neighbors after that, there was one thing that changed forever. We never washed the neighbor's cars again because after that day, he didn't even have a house to park them in.